Welcome to Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of the University of Louisiana and the site of the clash we have in store for you today. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. The Raging Cajuns will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
The run from the shotgun. Inside the 45. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Wants to throw. It's Duggar. Looking for the end zone. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Raging Cajuns offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And the Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's Stoneburner. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
The Raging Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Looking for a man, it's Duggar. Takes the easy one to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Offense, quick tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The give out of the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Pittsburgh. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. He'll keep it himself. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Grant. He lofts one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Raging Cajuns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On the run, fires downfield. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. And the incompletion is an open invitation to the special teams unit to come onto the field. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Looking to pass. It's Grant. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Raging Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. On his way from around the 50. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Keeps it and gets past the chains. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out! That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. They'll send out the kicker here. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Grant. He's got the back in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Raging Cajuns want to move quickly. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Stoneburner. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Raging Cajuns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Gets it out quickly. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. And the Raging Cajuns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, it's Grant. Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. It's complete to the right. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. The Raging Cajuns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Raging Cajuns decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Snags a quick pass on the left. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be a draw. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They boot it away on 4th down. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Dropping back, it's Grant. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Flips it out to the back. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The Raging Cajuns line up to punt it away. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. A little over 20 seconds to play in the half as they take it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Off the play fake on first down. Got him downfield. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. And the Raging Cajuns moving quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The Raging Cajuns in a good spot here with second and short.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. The running back has it. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides the back on the option, the give. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Raging Cajuns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Gets it out fast. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. To the air, it's Grant. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Trying to march in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Pittsburgh. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Handoff to the single running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Duggar. A little screen to the running back. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Raging Cajuns want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another.
There he goes. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Bounced right back to them. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Raging Cajuns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now from inside the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Grant. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Goes to the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll run it from the gun. Makes a man miss. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Makes the grab. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Duggar.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They go to the ground. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now they regain the lead.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
The Raging Cajuns in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Grant. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. To throw, it's Grant. Fires downfield. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Offense working from the pistol. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Stoneburner. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Slips it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Dead center perfect. That'll pull them back to within 6.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys delivered.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. And the Bobcats will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Rams him with the stiff arm. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
Off-play action on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
They'll try to snap it quickly. Keeps it on the bootleg. Finds his big tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Up-tempo for the offense.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Wideout trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They're going to run it. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of
The extra point is blocked. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. A matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He'll pull it on the read. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Bobcats want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quick release by the QB. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Gets the back moving. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Puts it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Looking left. Quick completion on the out. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Tempo in overdrive. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Spins away from the defense.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Going to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Tune in to the Ocho, eighth play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Defense with a chance to put a stop to this drive. Ninth snap coming, it's 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. Trying to barge their way in. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Sparks. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Motion from the back. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man down the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throwing right. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. The Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The lone back's got it. Smashes ahead. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They tried to throw it in last time and didn't get it. Still needing 2 yards on 3rd and goal. Scanning the field, it's Sparks. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Bobcats! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all. As they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. quick spin on the run. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. The RPO, fire complete to the left.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got a man, it's Gilbert. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And the Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Sparks. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. 3rd down play from the gun. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Huntsville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our team at Elliott T. Bowers Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Sparks. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. And the Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Bobcats will line up to punt it away. Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete. Breaks the tackle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to throw again. Gets it to him on the screen. Turning it on. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. The give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Boise State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Bobcats are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. The Bobcats will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Duggar. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. They're working that left side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Quickly complete. At the 20, he's got space. He's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And, man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. Bringing the heat. Gets away from one. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's snagged in the end zone. Touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Motion from the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to throw, it's Sparks. Dumps it off in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Turns it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll move the tight end. They'll try the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They try to pop a run on the draw. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Pulls and fires complete. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw. It's Sparks. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's caught. It's Gilbert. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. Spins away from the defender. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. 2nd down coming up. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Monroe, Louisiana, home to the ULM Warhawks. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UL Monroe Warhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the UL Monroe Warhawks offense will have the ball first. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision. He can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be committed to stopping him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It
continues to fight for yards. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
The give on the option. Shakes off the defender. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. And the Warhawks will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Warhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. There he goes! And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here comes the heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Power football with the run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Warhawks can really attack on this second and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Warhawks want to move quickly. Snap from the gun on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Now the play fake.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. On the ground, it's right. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Warhawks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. Just barely enough to tuck it into that right corner. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Oh, what a caught! Just keeps moving. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The inside handoff. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. They'll try to run for it. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And it'll be a touchdown.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. A quick pass to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Warhawks moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll send the back in motion. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Warhawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Breaks into the open. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Now he's looking to throw it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half, get momentum, and start feeling confident about themselves.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The gift to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He splits the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Duggar. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The hand to the running back. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves one great broadcast so far today there in Monroe. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And just like that, let's head back to our team inside Malone Stadium.
The Warhawks will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Back to throw, it's Duggar. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Quickly complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It's a draw. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. Finds his target down the middle. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hauls it in. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. Gives it on the option. Jukes his way for more. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. Here comes the field goal unit. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And now the lead is even bigger. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Quick release on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Line getting set on second down. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Warhawks want to crank the tempo. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Out of the gun, the inside give. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Looking to pass, it's Duggar. Working that left side now. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on at the 30. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. From the gun, he'll try to throw. It's complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Trying to barrel in. And it's in there for a touchdown.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
Ole Miss and LSU, fellas, they've given us some classics, and we've got another good one brewing today. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close.
Off-play action on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. Makes a grab right down the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Fires to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these 1st downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. The Warhawks in the hurry up. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Warhawks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. He'll take it himself.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. The give as they work on that clock. Picks up the first down, still moving. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Quarterback on the keeper. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it to the right side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, the ground game. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They kick it away on 4th down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. The Warhawks line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence, and David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this is